Hello everyone, today I wanted to go over a quick little ZF solo guide for Shadow Priest. I know you guys have probably seen a million of these guides by now, there's 500 of them on YouTube. But I want to show you one, A, how to do it as Shadow Priest because it's new to SoD, and B, how to show you how to pull the Pyramid boss with it, which will get you, if you kill all of them, will get you a lot, but I usually don't kill all of them because I just go until lockout. Anyway, so who can do it? This is a tier list I made before we actually got in here. This is something I made for my guild. I would rearrange this to say Priest, Mage, and Hunter are super easy. I would put Warlock, Paladin, Druid, and Shaman in a borderline impossible category, and then I would put Druid, Warrior, and Rogue in a literally impossible category. I think technically, I don't know the runes for Druid. If you get any AoE ability, then you can go into the borderline impossible category. But it's so hard. Here's the route. I actually ended up not using this route. This blue line indicates invis pot and like where to go, blah, blah, blah. It seems like some of the geometry was minorly changed in SoD for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, so some of these spots are a bit more finicky than others. This left wall was really finicky for me on launch. I have no idea why. It just was never working for me. It used to work every time. I have no idea. Maybe it was a model size difference. I don't know. So I ended up just going a different route, and I'll show you guys that in a second here. But yeah, so what I would recommend, I'm going to show you, you're going to use Mind Soothe and Homies and Dispersion as your tools to get through this. But Mind Soothe and Homies are going to be like by far your best tools to sort of survive things that would kill you, especially at low levels. So make sure you're using them. What I normally do, by the way, is once I get through this, I jump on this wall, reset here, and then I mount with a shield and disperse past these like 3 packs. And because I'm dispersed, the shield will only take like 10 damage per hit. It won't break, and then you can run all the way through to the end. But I'll go ahead and show you that. So, let me go back to this other video. I'm going to show you what I was talking about at the beginning. I'm not going to show you the whole run-in. I'm going to assume that you guys have seen other videos on how to do a ZF solo, but I'm mind-soothing these guys, mind-soothing that guy, and then I just jump over. At early levels, I highly recommend you have as much hit as you can possibly get, which means ideally you have some Gnomer gear to get you 1 to 2% more hit, and then also the 10% you can get from talents. Thankfully, Mind Soothe is part of that. So you are going to Mind Soothe that guy, so you don't proximity aggro him. It's not even the end of the world if you do aggro him, and then you jump up on this thing. Now there's a Crocolisk, or whatever the fuck it is, Basilisk over here. He's going to aggro you at earlier levels. You just kind of wait for him to drop. And yeah, I am going to skip ahead a little bit and show you this part. So what I do, I Mind Soothe this guy right here, maybe Mind Soothe another guy if I'm like 42. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a full shield on myself and run past this guy and then disperse around the corner where a bunch of them are going to hit me. At 42, this is way more important, or 41 even, because you're going to aggro just everything from so far away. You're going to get hit like 12 times. So I disperse here, and you can see, even though I just ate like 5 melees, my shield is still up because the shield's only taking like 10 damage a hit. From this point on, I'm full health bar, and it's pretty much smooth sailing all the way to the end. If you need to, you can reset right in this little corner right here. You just hop on this box, jump in this corner, you can reset right there. You don't need a mount to do that. And then there's also a million reset spots in the center. I'm going to assume you guys know how to do these sort of pop in the graves, so I'm going to skip through this, but I am going to show you this second part. The second part of popping open the graves is actually pretty difficult on a priest because you don't have blink like on a mage, and you don't have aspect of cheetah or anything like on a hunter, so you're hoofing it. So there's 2 ways to do it. You can either A, pop a swiftness pot, which will get you through it every time, and I would recommend that if you're new. Or B, shield and dispersion. You can see here I aggro a shit ton of guys. I don't even click the last 2 graves. I say fuck it. I then pop a dispersion. You see my shield breaks here, which is not ideal. I could have ended the run right there. It's pretty scuffed, but you can get it consistent if obviously pop a swiftness pot, but if you're just good at doing, or quick with it, I should say, then you could just pop the shield and dispersion and make it through there before they kill you. But it's really close, and that's like one of the more scuffed parts of the pool. Anyway, so this, you've already all seen how to get those. Next part, I'm going to show you. Jump behind this pillar, come down this way, and this is to go get the Scarabs to pull them with the zombies, so you don't got to go run and do 2 pulls and, waste time. It's not actually hard to pull the Scarabs, by the way. You can do this at like 42. But yeah, so jump over here. I could have started the pull here, but I wait for Theka to do half a rotation for 2 reasons. A, when Theka's over on this side that's close to the entrance here that you're going to be going through, by the time you actually start pulling the Scarabs and run over there, Theka will be over on the side, will pat it in a circle over there, and you can just run by him. So it's completely fine. But the other part is I need dispersion to get past the zombies. You see, because I'm pulling Scarabs with one pull, I'm going to have to run down the hallway and run through the center of the graveyard with a shit ton of zombies in it. And without dispersion, you can't consistently get through there. You need homies to get through there, and you can sometimes do it with just homies, but oftentimes you need homies and dispersion. So here I'm just waiting for my dispersion to come up, and then I'm going to aggro these Scarabs. I usually miss a bunch, so like if you do this, like especially at the earlier levels, don't sweat about getting all of them. You can see like I intentionally miss like 5 of them there, 7. It's not the end of the world. You'll recover. Anyway, so here, something to note, I'm going to fear this guy because he is a Shadowhunter. It wouldn't matter if he was anything else, but if this specific mob is a Shadowhunter, that means he's going to be in the pull, and you need to kill him. And I'm going to show you that I'm doing that later. Anyway, so I'm about to round the corner here, and you can see there's a bunch of zombies. If I just run through there, I am dead every time. So what you can do, and what I do to get through this, is I pop homies, I let them basically get one shot, and then I pop dispersion. So here I do, I stop a minute, I pop homies. You can see like one homie just bit the dust, another homie's about to bite the dust. I pop a dispersion. On this one, the homies lasted long enough that I can actually squeeze through there, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes they literally just get instantly one shot. Anyway, so you can see, by the way, I ran up to this side and jumped up here. If you're going this way and you're not going around to the left side, the Scarabs won't reset so long as you're fast at doing these jumps. You just have to do it before they reset their aggro. So here I do, I make this jump, and then I jump like kind of a wide angle right here. You're going to notice, like watch these mobs over here in the corner at the front of the entrance here. Because I took this wide jump, they're actually going to think very briefly that they can get to me, and they're going to start running after me. So you can see here, I'm going to make this jump. Yeah, they're going to, and then he's padding, like they think they can get to me already. And I've noticed if you like run around the outside, sometimes they don't think they can get to you, and it increases the chance that the Scarabs are going to reset. Anyway, so here I'm hopping back and forth. It's really important here, by the way, you hop back and forth really fast. And it's because, I'll show you more in a second. But before I get into that, you can see I targeted the Shadowhunter, and I took a moment to make sure I targeted him. And it's because I need to start getting dots and Vampiric Embrace and everything on him. Because otherwise, this guy, he risks ending my run. Because you see this block right here? Right now, his Hex only has a 20-yard range. So right now, I'm actually outside of 20 yards, so he won't cast Hex on me. But his ranged attack is like a 30-yard range. So he's shooting me with a bow, but he's not going to Hex me because I'm a bit too far away. However, if on my jump back one time, I accidentally jump a little too far, and I end up behind this little block, he will run in closer, and then he'll start hexing you, and the run is just dead at that point. So I always focus on killing the Shadowhunter. If it's any other mob, you can just ignore it, but if it's a Shadowhunter, you need to kill the guy, and just don't fuck up the jumps. Anyway, but if you're jumping up like left and right like I'm doing really fast, you're going to notice that the mobs, if you can watch them in the corner, they sort of go in a triangle. When I'm over the air right here, they think they can get to me, and they start running down. And then when I land on the other side, they run right. And then when I jump back over, they go down, left, up, like they go left, right, down, left, like constantly. And that ends up grouping them in like this really tight little circle. So you can see here, I'm just doing this back and forth. They're padding. You like watch them. They see they run at me. They run left. They run right. They run at me. They run right. And then they're in a really nice tight circle. So I start the bull. Important note, you can't damage the dead heroes. You're going to need to just reset them. And if you cast Mind Sear on them, it'll just immune the cast. You won't hit anyone. Make sure you're Mind Searing different mobs every time, because Mind Sear doesn't hit the mob it's actually targeting. It only hits the mobs around it. And so as a result, like if you're only hitting the same mob every time with Mind Sear, that mob's going to be full health at the end of the run, and every other mob's going to be dead. You're going to have to go kill a 8,000 mob thing single target down, which is just going to be slow. Anyway, you see here I'm intermittently dotting this guy just so I know I'm going to kill him because I don't want to deal with him accidentally hexing me and wiping my run. And then I'm going to go through with the kill phase. From this point on, it's pretty simple. Disperse if you need mana. Shadow Fiend, I already Shadow Fiended for mana. And just hop back, Mind Seer, hop back, Mind Seer, hop back, Mind Seer, etc. And that basically is the full run. I'll show you what I do at the end to reset it. So I run over here, and then to reset, what I do is I run, I whisper my buddy. I ask him for, I say IMV, you can see in the corner, I say IMV right here. And then I drop group to Ghetto Hearth. And then I just do that a minute before I plan to end the run. So basically, as soon as these guys de-aggro and I go to loot, I Ghetto Hearth. Anyway, so I'll go ahead and show you the run now with the zombies, or the pyramid, sorry. I tried to skip forward a bit so you guys don't dox my Discord. Anyway, it's not the end of the world, even if you did. I don't know how to edit videos, otherwise I would have edited that little bit out, but whatever. Anyways, this is the same run. This is exactly identical all the way up until the kill phase. I'm just going to pull these guys. The thing is, this run only takes like 7 minutes. If you're doing it quickly and efficiently, it really only takes like 7, maybe 8 minutes to finish an entire run with looting. And obviously, you're just going to hit lockout if you're doing a run in 8 minutes, right? So you need to find something else to do. So what else can you do? Well, you can go solo the pyramid. The pyramid's if you go kill an executioner, you get a key, you let out your friends, and then you fight off the hordes of zombies that spawn or whatever, right? So anyway, I finished this run, and then I'll show you how to do the pyramid. Now to get to the pyramid, there's two ways. Either A, you can just shield and mount up and run it, which is obviously sort of a standard way to do it, or you can just mind soothe your way. I wouldn't recommend doing the pyramid until like 45 or 46 at least, but it's a good way to find something else to do when you have no other time. Like if you're waiting on lockouts and you're just going to be sitting outside the instance for 20 minutes anyway, just go run and do this. Now I accidentally aggro this dead hero. Normally I just mount up and shield and run across. Like, it's super easy to get there, but because of this dead hero, I'm like, screw it. I'm just going to mind soothe my way over. Anyway, so I'll show you that. So I run over, I start mind soothing guys. Important to note, the dead hero does not social aggro these guys because they are humanoids and he is a zombie, or at least they're on different aggro tables. I don't know what the exact mechanics are, to be honest, but he doesn't social aggro them, so you don't need to worry about that. I run up here, I reset right here, and then I am getting ready to start the pyramid. Skip forward a bit. The pyramid's unfortunate because you have to waste some time to get here, but also you have to kill this 16,000 health mob, which is just an excessive amount of health. But yeah, you need to churn through this guy, so you Mind Spike, whatever, just single target him down with Vamp Embrace so you don't die, get the key, and then drink up to get some mana back, and then you're going to start it. Now, what I do to group these up at the start is I run down and I try to charm a mob. Now, you can charm the blood drinkers, I think, but none of the other normal pats, and you can't charm these drudges I'm about to try, but you can do the big guys. So what I do is I mind control this big guy, I run him into the middle, and I get all the guys on top of him, and then they just one-shot my dude, and then we start the run. So I'm going to Mind Seer, start hitting them, and then when you want to jump over it, you jump over here, and you have to really quickly land down here. If you take too long making that jump, then they're going to heal from resetting. Anyway, so now you're back on to killing them, and you are going to jump back across, jump here, and again, you got to be fast. Jump here, make that jump. They didn't heal, we're good. It's like 5 seconds or so, I think, before they start healing themselves. But you can see I'm already starting to get some XP in from, I think the slaves are the weak ones. I try to pop a dispersion here to kind of keep them grouped up. This is like a nice little tip to group them up a bit. But Yeah, I was already too low of health, so it was pretty pointless to even try that. This one's a bit scuffed though, because you really want to kill these guys fast. Because if you don't, then your friends up there are just gonna grief your entire run, and it's super annoying. So anyway, I jump back and forth, get these guys, continue the run, get some more XP. I don't know how many guys are here, to be completely honest with you. I would guess at least like 50, maybe 100 or so. If you got like 50 kills out of this, 300 each, right? Like that's 15,000 experience at least. I mean, getting an extra 15k experience is pretty worth it, I would say. Again, it's not an insane amount because the zombies are really like the big juicy ones because those are elites, but soloing these 300 mobs are pretty good too. Anyway, so yeah, that's how you do the ZF solo one pull on a Shadow Priest, and how you also pull the pyramid. What I normally do is I check my lockout, and if I have like 8 minutes left or something like that, I run over here, I start this pull, and then usually, because it takes like 2 minutes or so to once you hearth to get back, I like the 12-minute mark or so, I'll start my ghetto hearth and then go vendor and repair and bump whatever else I need to do, and then run back to do it again. But yeah, so if you're including this, probably about 15k for these, probably about another 10k at least for the Scarabs, plus at least 50, 60. You're looking at probably 80k a run at least, if you're pulling everything you should be, and 80k, 15 minutes, it's like 320k XP per hour. Maybe 280 or so. You can see over here 205 because unfortunately I am human, and as a result I wipe. So these are not, every run was not perfect, even though I showed you 2 successful runs, because unfortunately this is a hard pull to get done efficiently. And also it took some experimentation to figure out the pyramid anyway. But yeah, so that was the video. Hope you guys liked it.